Today's topic is one I'm not quite familiar with, but we have Jazzy Nicole who is, and that's dating with children.
Yeah.
You know, that ultimate question, when should you introduce your children to the one that you are currently dating, if you're dating? So, Jazzy Nicole, when do you, as a mother, you know, there's a lot of people out there who probably just went on a date and they asked themselves that very same question. In your opinion, when is the best time to actually introduce your kids to that person you're dating?
See, I've never been in a situation where I've had to introduce my kids to someone, but I feel as though if I was in a relationship that I was considering it being serious, I definitely want to make sure that they bond well with my kids, that that they're good to my kids, that they can actually grow a relationship with my kids. You can't really set a time frame. I can't say after 4 months, then introduce them, because you never know what that 4 months entails. Maybe you really don't get to know them until month 3. Or you can't say, okay, after your 90th date, now I think it really depends on you as the mother. Are you going to entrust this person with your kids? You have to think about the long-term effects that it'll have on introducing them to someone new.
Yeah, like me as someone without kids, I feel like it's foolish to put a time on it.
Oh, yeah.
I think the best time is your gut. You know what I mean? When you get that feeling like where you feel like this may potentially be the one.
Speaking of children.
Very... Now, who wouldn't want to be there, right there? Who wouldn't want to be someone like her? You know, like Chunk. Oh, Chunk. She's a funny. No, but I'm assuming as a mother, you just know when that right time comes. Like when you feel like this guy, I can really see a future with this guy. Because not everyone you date, you're going to feel that for.
Yeah.
So why prematurely introduce them until you know for sure it is going somewhere?
But you know, a lot of women think that almost every relationship they get into is going somewhere. We can all see a future with some people.
So my thing is, like, to your point, like, yeah, that's true. When you get in a relationship, most women always think that is the one.
Yeah.
But we have something beautiful called women intuition.
Okay.
And a lot of times we feel that way because we disregard the warning signs.
Yes.
Like, there's a lot of times, you know, a few times I was in a relationship and I'm like, ooh, but, you know, I allow my heart to play the bigger role than my head. Like, I knew without a shadow of a doubt that guy is not for me, but I let, you know, like my heart say, but we like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's so nice.
Yeah. So I think until you are, if you're completely honest with yourself, you will be honest enough to know if that guy is
That's
worthy.
A really good point, is being completely honest with yourself.
Yeah.
But for me, it does make me really nervous to get to know someone and introduce them to my kids. And the reason why my kids are so close to my heart, and the last thing I want them to do is be introduced to somebody who may not be there long term.
Yeah.
So in my suggestion, I would say make sure you're not putting your heart first, make sure you're not putting your mind first, but be sure you're putting those kids first. Because what are you introducing them to? You know, what are you inviting them to? What character are you allowing them to get to know? And even if it is a good person, what if it doesn't work out? So now you have to figure out how you can explain to your child, well, such and such isn't here anymore, so we need to move forward on life without him. I mean, kids build relationships, and they love people the way that we love people, and it hurts when they separate from those people. So I think that's a really good way to look at it.
And stop telling your babies that's their uncle.
Oops, don't do that now.
Do
people really still do that? Or is that like...
I don't know.
That sounds like 1996. I don't know anybody who says that. They be like, that's my friend.
No.
That's my mama got a lot of male friends.
You know, like
She's so nasty.
so y'all kissing cousins. You setting up the film.
Yeah, for real. Don't confuse them.
I don't know if anybody says that anymore.
I
But
don't
you
think
know,
so.
I have that old school mind where I feel like everything is back in the 90s still.
Yeah, you do have that old school.
Like,
I feel like that is 1996. And I'll be shocked if females are still doing that. That's concerning.
Well, in case you are, stop it.
And subscribe, because you might need the information we have on this channel.
Yeah. When it comes down to, like, how do you, as a mother, what does that look like when you first introduce them, though? Like,
good question.
Yeah, I know you've never been there, but it's like, what does that look like? And then, you know what, the beauty thing is, if you date a man who already has kids, you can, like, most men, they don't think like women. Like, no. I gotta safeguard my child.
Yeah, in their heart.
Yeah. I don't, you know, I'm not gonna be quick to let you see them. Men kind of like, you know what I mean? They don't see the way some don't see it the way we do. So if you have a man who feels like he's ready but you're not,
we ain't seeing. No, you're not seeing my kids.
No.
Okay.
I'm saying he's ready for you to meet.
His kids.
You're not ready. His kids. So you can get a good perspective on that man based on how he treat his kids. Yeah. So it would probably help you, and then to understand, to feel more comfortable in saying, you know,
and that's kind of scary, because I would feel pressured. So like if a guy had kids and he's like, I feel comfortable with you meeting my kids, I wouldn't. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm comfortable with you meeting mine at this time.
Yeah.
Gosh, am I petty?
No, but I think don't just assume that guy is saying, I'm ready, so you have to be.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So if he's the right guy, then he will respect the fact that just because I am, I know it's not the same for you.
Yeah, now I might be a different breed, because, like, I don't even allow more than, I think it's probably about a handful, maybe 3 or 4 people to watch my kids. So I don't allow that. So for me to introduce someone to them, that's huge. Like, we engaged. We engaged. I mean, but I wouldn't even be engaged with you until you met my kids. Like, we about to be engaged like tomorrow-ish. Like, I mean, I seen the ring and I know where you hit it at, type of thing. You know, like,
See, and that's kind of how I feel about my family. Like, my family is the way you are with your kids. Like, you have to be something special for me to introduce you to my family. And I mean all my family.
Let's cover not only parents, but doggy parents. When do they meet Caesar?
Listen.
When do they meet your pet?
I almost don't mind them meeting right away, because if he ain't vibing with you, baby,
I think our relationship is over.
You know what? And that's the thing, because, like, I have never experienced this, but if someone that I was dating just didn't like dogs, or if my dog don't like him, I'm sorry. Now I'm petty, because it's just 4-legged dog, but you don't understand that.
You don't.
That dang on dog is more than just a pet to me.
But you know, and Steve Harvey said something, and I didn't read the whole chapter, so don't judge me. But Steve Harvey said something in his book, Think Like a Man, Act Like a Lady, where he was saying how it's important for them to get to know your kids, and when they do, you have to see how they bond with your kids, and you have to see if they're the type to bring gifts to kind of get your kids to ease up, you know, and get to know them, to bring something that they like, you know. So maybe if he brings like a doggy bone, you'll know that he's deep and he's really interested in you. Yeah. He's really interested because he brought some doggy treats for Caesar.
Now, that to me will melt my heart.
Aww.
I really would, like, oh,
so if you want to melt her heart, bring some doggy treats for Caesar.
Yep, for real. You know, just anything for Caesar.
Hey, that's how they.
Hey, I'm telling you. Now we may be engaged. But okay, so is there? Okay, so we don't like to say there should be a time frame.
No,
but should there kind of be a time frame? Because I can't imagine y'all dating like for a whole year
and not.
Yeah,
I mean, where's it going? If he's not met you in a year, what is your intention? If your intention is for marriage, then come on now. But I feel like you can't force it. Yeah, you can't speed up the process. You have to allow it to run its course. And like you said, women's intuition, you know when it's time.
Yeah, just let it organically happen. So, is it like, do you feel like, you know, when you have kids, you don't really introduce him?
Heck No.
No, I mean like when it's time.
Okay.
Like when you feel comfortable.
I think you should introduce him. I think it's only fair.
No, I mean like don't give it a label. Like don't introduce him as this is
my
mommy's
boyfriend.
Yeah, kind of see like is it
this is mommy's friend.
Yeah, and just see how he's vibing with them. They vibing with him.
This is mommy's uncle. I don't know how to wink, so if I did, it'd be like, on 90. Good point. 90 Day Fiance. So I was watching one, and I don't know what season because I was just watching it freely.
Yeah.
But so she was engaged with somebody overseas, and her daughter was crying because she hadn't even met this boy, and they were engaged, and she was about to move him to the States.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like
Tripping.
me personally, I don't think you should wait until you are literally fiance for you to introduce them to your kids. I think it should be a little bit sooner. I mean, definitely sooner than that, because that determines if they're even worth going to the next step.
Yeah, because how you know how, like I said, if they're going to take well to him. Because to me, like I said, I don't have kids, but to me, if my children is not liking you like they should, like I want them to, I'm not going to marry you and force them to like you.
No, but I understand, like, sometimes you have those kids who wouldn't like them just because you're not with their father. I understand that. But I think you know your kids. Yeah. And I think as a mother, you're supposed to pay attention to that.
Yeah, I see that. I
yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if they have a legitimate reason why, then.
Yes.
But if they just like, I'm closed off because he ain't my daddy.
You're like, who is that? So this is your friend? So he my new uncle, so I'm just supposed to accept him at Christmas?
That's your friend, not me.
Yeah.
I don't got to like him nor respect. But, yeah, I get that.
Now, let me ask you a question. So, whose responsibility do you think that it is to build those relationships? Would you say that the responsibility is on A, the child, to understand, and we're talking about a child who maybe is teenage years just for the sake of the conversation.
Yeah.
Or B, do you think it's on the mother of the child? Or C, do you think it's on the new love interest, the boyfriend?
I think it is on the mother because...
No.
You think something different? Yes, I like that.
No, I really don't.
Oh, shoot.
I just thought it was juicy. I was interested. Okay.
So with me, I feel like it's the mother.
Just
like,
the mother?
It depends on the age of the kids. Because for the most part, I think it's the mother because the man has a disadvantage. He doesn't know your kids at all.
Okay.
He don't know how you are as a parent at all because he never met your kid. He probably have a good idea based on conversation, but he doesn't know the way you parent. He doesn't know your kids. So I think the mother would have to say, this is my child. Before they meet, she's this type, he's that type. And then, so he could feel more comfortable, like he knows the kid. And then, but I think it's on the man to, not overthink it. And that man to build their bond.
Yes.
Like, your bond as a mother to your kid, of course, it's not going to be the same as his bond to your kids.
Yeah.
So it's like, one thing is, it's like, who doesn't know, like, especially they're young, who doesn't know how to play with a child?
Yeah, some people
Crayons and a coloring book.
Somebody told me one time I'll have to read a book because I just don't
read a book?
Babe.
I mean, you have nieces and nephews, maybe.
Maybe.
Like, it's one of those things, like, I feel like maybe sometimes that is just a cop-out.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
it's easier to claim you don't know than to try.
Now, I think if your child's a teenager, it's so hard to get through to a teenager. Because a teenager at that point is starting to learn their identity. Like, when they're, like, probably, like, 12, they start learning their identity. And what they like, they dislike. And, like, with my nephew, when he was growing up, he's one of those kids where it's like, he wants to go outside and play with his friends. He don't got time for adult things.
Yeah.
He don't care. So it's hard to get through with, a child like that. But, as a man, I want you to step up.
Yes.
And, lean on me. I guess I should say it's more of the man. Lean on me as a guide. But I want you to step up as a man and know how to have that bond with my child.
I'm going to say that I think it is a responsibility of all three parties. And the reason why I'm going to say it like this, and less on the child, of course, but I'm going to say it like this. It's the responsibility of the mother, like you said, to kind of foster that conversation with the child and kind of prepare them, and also prepare the man as far as like, these are the personalities, this is how my kids are, you know, but then it's the responsibility of the man to understand that and actually take the correct steps to get to know that child and to ensure that they're doing a well blended relationship per se, and not to step outside his boundaries, because you're not the daddy. But I'm so petty. Oh gosh. Okay, but I am.
No.
And then lastly, I feel like the child still has to hold some responsibility, because you know, I think children, especially of that age group, get away with murder and think that they can feel any type of way that they want to regarding the situation, but it is partially their responsibility, because they're going to be introduced to so many different relationships in their lifetime that I think it's really important for them to learn how to cooperate in a blended environment, and how to be sure that they communicate how they feel, whether it's positive or negative, with their parents. So I feel like everyone has a role in that. But again, I've never been through it, so I may be wrong.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think, like you said, I think it depends on. I agree. It's all parties, because it takes all parties to actually come together to make this thing work.
Yeah.
I think when it's a young kid, when you're like 5, 8, I think it's harder because they don't have the understanding like if you are a teenager. Because I think a teenager, I'm relying on you not to be closed off.
Yeah.
Not to be closed-minded about this.
Yeah.
As a man, I'm relying on you to lean on me, but don't make me a crutch.
Right.
Don't feel like I have to instruct you what to do.
Yeah.
Just get in there and do it, because that shows me that you actually care not only about me, but my child.
And what I care about.
Yeah. So I think, you know, like, I don't have kids, but I just feel like that's the way at this point in my life it should go.
So which way do you think it should go? So tell us, what do you think? Are we wrong? Are we right? Have you been through it before? Because, I mean, like you said, we haven't been through that situation. We're just going off of what we think. So let us know in the comment section below, and be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Yes. Until next time, people.
Bye.